Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. In the last episode, we started exploring the Incan ruins, and we're basically at the end. We found the one red jewel, we found the one herb, we placed the two Incan statues at the bases where they're supposed to be, and we've let the wind carry us all the way to here. Once we go through this door, anything that we've missed, such as red jewels, we won't be able to get again. So you want to make sure you've gotten everything up to this point before you go through this door, because once you go through this door, there's no turning back. Thankfully, I managed to do that throughout the course of this Let's Play so far, and without further ado, let's go ahead and go in. Where we'll fight the first boss of the game, Castoth. First step, you want to attack the hands here and avoid those jets of fire that come out of the walls. You want to stay all the way to the south side of the room. That way you don't get bit by the hands or the jet flames or these crystals that Castoth makes that will bounce around the walls. Thankfully it's easy to anticipate where they're going. And when Castoth's eyes glow wide and start glowing, that's when you can hit Castoth with your sword. You want to go all the way to the far south corners of the room in order to avoid the lasers that Castoth shoots. Once that happens, Castoth's head will no longer be vulnerable, and you'll have to destroy the hands again. You may want to use an herb in case you get low. Herbs will always recover 8 hit points, so they become a little less useful as you go through the game. And I almost did that in 3 cycles. But if you can do this whole battle without healing with a healing herb, that is very, very ideal. And thought I could avoid that. I couldn't. But we still have only 1 hit left. Just wait for the eyes to grow wide again. And once you beat a boss, you will recover all your hit points, which is very nice. Also, any hit point, strength, or defense bonuses that you may have missed up until the boss that you've just beaten, if you've missed any of those, you'll be able to get them after you beat the boss, which is really helpful for speedrunning purposes, or in case you somehow forgot to destroy every enemy that there is. Luckily, I found everything, so we don't have to worry about that. But that is something useful to know. Anyway, we've beaten Castoth. Kind of an easy boss when you know what to do. And freedom turns back into will. So without further ado, let's go into this door on the other side. And there's nothing else to do but to follow this path and go down this pit. We drop into some blackness, and it gradually becomes light. We are now on the Incan Gold Ship. We have finally found it. And I forgot to show off that second dialogue box, but it's not really important. It's basically just your cue to look around. And apparently, we look like the guy who was the king. Makes me wonder if Ullman, Will's father, explored this place, and maybe they thought he was the king. Nevertheless, you do want to talk to everybody, because that way you can find out they're ready to set sail, and you'll find out you need to talk to the queen in the stateroom, which is just beyond those stairs. So let's get down there and talk around. This woman will tell us that we can rest in this bed after we've looked around, and we will be doing that. For now, though, let's just go ahead, head to the right, talk to everybody as we do so, and we'll eventually meet the queen. And apparently the queen is still wearing the ring she got from the king. I wonder if the ring that Ullman had is any relation. I'm beginning to think that it is. Good, you have returned safely. As you were told, until now I've been guarding the mystic statue of the wind. That's the statue we were rewarded by the spirits. It's in the jewel box in the storehouse below. Look for yourself. I don't know why there's a comma before a capitalized word, but okay, I'll take your word for it. And all you have to do, just go down here. You can talk to this kid if you want. Matter of fact, I think you have to. As well as this guy. He will tell you the mystic statue is indeed in that chest. What's that third dialogue box? Oh! Good thing I showed it off again, because he tells you to go to the crow's nest to watch the ship set sail. We will have to do that, by the way. And all you have to do is just press A on the box, or just walk into it to open it, like you always do, and you'll get the mystic statue, the first of 6 in the game. And whenever you get a mystic statue, it always appears on one of these 6 pillars surrounding the inventory area of the select button screen. So you can always check on how many of them you have. Anyway, let's go back outside, and this kid is no longer guarding the ladder, so let's climb up. And talk to this guy. Once you talk to this guy, you get some much happier music, and the ship sails into the ocean. Very, very nice. Now, you could you could go down the ladder, but I'm going to take the fun way. That's the fun way. Now that you're done with everything, all you need to do is just go onto this bed, and you'll take a nap. I fell into a deep sleep and was pulled inside a dream. You'll end up back at your home in South Cape, but there's this weird sepia tone to everything. And you can't leave either. So, you'll talk to this woman, and she looks like one of the women from Itori Village. It's Will's mother, Shira. Look in the sky. The comet is so beautiful. After years and years, the comet approaches Earth, then recedes. Some say it's an unlucky star. Some say it's a lucky star. Will, what do you think? I'm gonna say it's an unlucky star. I haven't heard anything good about it. Alright, then hope that the bad luck doesn't come. Then you always get this message, regardless of which choice you choose. Will, I am always watching over you. And then the dream ends after everything goes all pixely. And we're back in the Incan ship, but everything is now rusted and torn up. I thought there's a skeleton down there. Also, there's Lily and Lance. When did Lance join us? Will! Will, wake up! And you can drop down from the bed if you want, if you don't want to use the ladder. You're back so late, the Elder must have read your fortune. He said that you were floating alone on the sea. I was so surprised. Floating? You were acting strange, so we followed you. Then we reached a strange town. Wait, don't call it strange, I was born there. It's invisible. I'd call that pretty strange. Well, you can't go on a journey without telling us. Since we're friends, we have to share good times and bad. Oh, great. I'm guessing the rest of the gang is joining us here, right? Also, we don't want to go over there just yet, because that's how you advance the storyline. Also, you can talk to any of the skeletons, and you'll just get this message saying that this is where the Inca were standing. So everyone's dead. It's now sunset. Everything's a shade of bronze. Also, Eric's here. I was surprised. Oh, it's you, Will. Don't scare me. Also, we can't climb up on the crow's nest anymore because the skeleton will block our way. Pooh. Also, Seth is here as well, and you definitely want to talk to him before you advance the plot, because Seth has found a red jewel. So that is our 10th, I believe. Or the 11th. Yeah, it's the 11th. Because we've got 3 more coming up. Alright, we're done here, so Let's go all the way to where the Queen was on this torn, tattered ship now. And she's mummified now, apparently. They perished waiting for the King's return. I can't stand anything that disrupts people's peaceful lives. Talk to the Queen's body and you'll advance the plot. The Queen's mummy sleeps silently. Also, Lily shows up over here. There's a gold ring on her long, slender, bony finger. That ring must be one of the artifacts put on the ship. This is the most valuable of all the artifacts. Many people have lost their lives trying to get rich by finding this ring. I want the ring. It's so pretty. I really must have it. I don't think that's a good idea. Have you no shame? You could be cursed. What? Dungeon music. This can't be good. Maybe it belongs to Riverson. In this part of the ocean, there are fish as well as dangerous as well sharks. Go left, and you will meet up with Lance. Are you okay? Wah! That's Seth. It's coming from the deck. Follow Lance to the left, and you'll meet Eric. Eric gives us the bad news. It's Seth! A huge, enormous, giant fish ran into the ship! Seth fell in the water! He was swallowed! What was that? It's that fish again! We'll all be desserts! Stop crying and grab this, or you'll fall overboard! Why are the two spaces there? And a violent force rocks the ship, and we are all sent flying. And we are now adrift at sea with Kara. I should also mention that Riverson is actually a correction of a mistranslation of the name Leviathan. So originally it was Leviathan, then Reviathan, and then they corrected it to Riverson. 90s translations. Anyway, we're now adrift at sea. There's nothing to do but to talk to Kara now, so let's go ahead and do that. You've just come to? I've lost everyone. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. You recover quickly, like a lizard's tail. I've read about being adrift, but I never thought it would happen to me. Disasters sometimes happen suddenly. And all you can do after talking to Kara is just wait, because she just tells you the same thing again if you talk to her a second time. This is a rather slow part of the game, because you're not doing much of anything. Is that all I have to do? Well, I lack an attack. Don't be upset. Don't think about the future. Let's just enjoy drifting. I'm starved. I'll have the meat I brought from the castle. Oh, okay. You do have to do something to advance the storyline here. I guess I got it confused with a later part of the area. Or not the area, but rather this part of the story where we're adrift. So anyway, you want to go into the inventory, equip the large leg of yak. Wow, I can't speak to save my life. And press B to use it. We bit off some of the meat. It was better than any food we'd ever had, even though we've had it in our inventory for some time now. And after this, the storyline progresses. Drifting, Day 2. You can attack the fish now that we can attack the A button. Of course, this makes Kara rather upset, and she scolds you for doing that. Anyway, talk to Kara. Beautiful. Even after seeing it all day, I still never get tired of it. And I think at this point you do have to wait. Also, I believe that the red jewel I found at the Incan temple, I think it's either the 9th or the 10th. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's the 10th because there are 4 after this. There's Incan temple, then 1, and then 3. Alright. Do I have to talk to her again? Okay, I guess I don't. I guess I do have to wait there. There we go. Time passed slowly with nothing to break the monotony. Kara just stared at the fish all day. Will couldn't stand it, even though he's the one talking about this in the third person. He walked around on the raft and talked to Kara many times. A minute seemed like forever, but he could hear the march of time. Drifting, day 4, and it's apparently that bronzish evening time again. Talk to Kara again. I have a premonition. Help is coming. What? And she walks over to the other side of the raft. I'm going to stand all the way at the upper left corner here and wait for this jar to show up. Once it stops in front of you, press A, and you'll see what's inside. There was a letter in the jar. The contents read, "We are on a ship on our way to be sold as forced labor in an unknown land. If anyone reads this, please save us. Sam." Also, we are down to 4 hit points. The longer we've been adrift, the more hit points we've lost. Because we lost hit points in the last section, we lost some more in this one. My premonition! You said you wanted to be saved, but it's me who needs to be saved. Oh, I am so starved. You should have caught that fish. If you had, I can't hurt such a pretty fish. Are you saying it's better to starve? Raw fish gives you the creeps. I can't eat it. Besides, the fish is fighting to stay alive. Fish feel pain. Have you ever thought of how the fish feels? If you want to eat it, go ahead. I'm not going to eat it. And then she walks back to where she was. If you talk to her, she just gives you the silent treatment. Kara didn't say anything all day. A typical princess. She's such a bother. And we are off to the next part of this. We are down to 1 hit point. We need to eat something really soon. We have been drifting for 7 days now. The fish are flying again. Or, rather, jumping around. Drifting. First week. School of fish. He reached the end of his rope. If he didn't eat more, he thought he would starve. Anyway, attack the fish, and then press A to eat the fish. You don't have the move to eat the fish, just stand right next to the little flag here, and you can just go ahead and press A once the fish hits the ground, and you can eat it. Ah, 3 fish. Nice. I've gotten 2 at one time before, but never 3. And I believe I have 1 more hit point left. Good, I'm at max health. Let's talk to Kara again. Well, sorry I talked to you that way yesterday. I'll try to eat the fish. I can't do anything if I starve. Well, duh, you'll be doing this thing called dying. Aside from that, only in peace time can you refuse food you don't like. Well, duh. Let's catch a fish. A good one. All you have to do is just wait for Kara to walk to the flag here, attack a fish, and just let it sit there. Happily, Kara ate some fish. Will found that he was starting to develop feelings for Kara. Oh boy. Drifting, day 12. It's nighttime now, and this part is nothing but dialogue. The stars are beautiful. If I were taller, I could reach them. Surely Lily and Lance are looking at the same star-studded sky. If I could talk to the stars, I could find out where everyone is. There seems to be 1 extra star near the constellation of Cygnus. Yes, that red star. Shall we make a wish upon that star? I have a feeling it'll come true. I wouldn't wish on red stars. You might cause the end of the Earth that would take place across 65 million years. If Chrono Trigger's to teach us anything, it'd be that. Will, you close your eyes too. I hope for everyone's safety, and for my father. And Kara gets close to Will, and this day ends. Drifting, day 18. We've been adrift for almost 3 weeks now. Hasn't your hair gotten a little long? Just a little. Kara doesn't act like a spoiled princess now. If you told someone she was one of the island girls, no one would doubt it. It's terrible! What is that? They're in the water! And we have sharks circling us. They're circling our raft, but they're not attacking. let's think about this. Maybe a shark? We could be eaten. What should we do? And at this point, the music changes to the dungeon music. There's nothing you can do here except for waiting. That's pretty much all I can do. You can try to attack the sharks, but nothing will happen. So, the only thing you can do is just wait this part out. Thankfully, this part does not take long at all. I've got it! They're not hungry! My grandpa told me that only humans attack living things when they're not hungry. Then what we're doing is not usual human behavior. We didn't eat fish until we were starving. That's right! They're going! Goodbye, sharks! And with that, day 18 ends. And drifting, day 21. When I was in the castle, I loved watching the sunset. The sunset was so beautiful from the corridor of the castle, but now I've come to hate it. After the sun is set, the darkness comes. I thought I'd never see the sunrise again. But since you're with me, I see a beautiful sunrise every morning. With you by my side, I can even enjoy times like these. I've wanted to say the same things to you, but somehow, the words just wouldn't come out. I just nodded, saying nothing. Because I fainted. Suddenly, Will fell over, unconscious. Will! Will, what's wrong? Wake up! Don't leave me here alone! And we get pixelation again before we end up somewhere in this guy's house. Apparently we've been rescued. You can wake him up now. He'll be fine if he takes vitamin C. It's scurvy, a disease caused by a long-term lack of vitamin C. Columbus's crew contracted it once, nothing to worry about. When it gets worse, the blood gets bad and the skin turns black. You told me it was nothing to worry about. That makes it something to worry about. The gums bleed, and the body starts decaying. Again, this is something I should worry about. Don't tell me it's nothing to worry about. Stop! I don't want to listen to such talk! I'm glad you're okay. But you know best. Thank you. Was she supposed to say that before he said something? I don't know. You should thank the dog outside. He found your raft and came to get me. Okay, he is capitalized. Shouldn't we be thanking the god outside? Just saying. Will! Will! Wake up! We've reached land! We're saved! Kara, where am I? We're at the home of the kind man who saved us! You've been tossing in your sleep. I kept putting the blankets on you, but you threw them off. This is the south outskirts of Oakton. The city of Phrygia is half a day to the north. If you're looking for your friend, you should look in a big town. And from there on out, you can just press down, and you'll jump off the bed. Be sure to talk to Kara. At any rate, let's go to Phrygia. I'm going to thank the dog. Come back when you're ready. If you talk to that guy again, you'll just get the same thing he told you before you jumped off the bed. Also, you want to walk to this jar next to the entrance to the house and press A to get the red jewel. Very easy to miss. Once you leave this area, you won't be able to come back. Also, you can talk to the dog too, but it's not useful for anything. And you can't leave either. So, to advance the storyline, just talk to Kara again. This dog's name is Turbo. Isn't he cute? It should be mentioned that Turbo is a reference to Soul Blazer, I believe. I believe there was a dog named Turbo in that game. Well, let's go. Maybe we'll see Lily, Lance, and Eric. So they went to Phrygia. And we are now heading out from the Diamond Coast to Phrygia. We just go straight north. And here we are at the city of Phrygia. Oh, it's nice! What a great city! People who live in such a pretty place must have beautiful hearts. What a cute couple. Have you decided where you're staying tonight? No, not yet. We're looking for someone. Well, well. Why not space your search here? It's settled. I'm exhausted. Don't you like it, Will? Let's go. And let's follow these guys to wherever it is that they're going. Which is in this direction. Well, come in. This is the hotel. Let's go in. And as soon as you go in, you'll meet Lily. So apparently everybody is here, as far as we know. Come in. Will and Kara. Lily, is it Lily? I was worried. It's been almost a month since we separated. Well, it has been a couple of weeks. I've been working and living in this hotel. Lance is in the room on the right. Go in there. And she just says the same thing if you talk to her again. And here's Lance, but they say I don't know who I am. Kind of strange. If I don't know who I am, how did I get here? Lance hit his head escaping from the Incan ship. The doctor said that he has temporary amnesia. Well, he would have hit his head and gotten amnesia if he was sent flying after Riverson attacked the Gold Ship. Meanwhile, I think Lance should stay here until he recovers. I'm glad everyone is safe, but... And there are some things that we need to do, such as get a red jewel. All you need to do is just go upstairs, enter the room on the right, look in this pot. There you go. And it's time to go back down. And we have a whole new town to explore. But that will have to wait until the next video. So join me next time where I explore Phrygia and see what there is to see and do what there is to do. So until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!